the Woj bomb dropped that Dame was coming to Milwaukee.
Let him do his thing. Let him be happy. He's done a lot for Portland.
This is what happens when you touch the money. Oh, I know Damian Lillard's going to get traded to Miami. It could happen over the weekend.
I didn't have much mental stamina to where I just wasn't focused, man.
Giannis and Dame, that is a scary thought. And then you can see the Trailblazers get a slew of players headlined by Jrue Holiday. This is a 3-team deal that also sends DeAndre Ayton to the Trailblazers. The Suns, they get Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson.
After 2 whole finals, it's time to see which version of the elevated teams will come out on top this time. Will Devin Booker get his get back on the Bucks with a completely revamped squad? Or will the Milwaukee Bucks prove to NBA fans that they are the Phoenix Suns' kryptonite? Side note, if that happens, I might pull a Brazil fan in the 2014 World Cup and joking. But holy hell, man. I know this news spread like wildfire already, so I won't yap on the actual trade details too much. You watched the intro, I hope. But my first takeaway from this trade, I'm putting my money on a 2021 Finals rematch. The Phoenix Suns versus the Milwaukee Bucks. And being a biased Phoenix Suns fan, I'll start with Milwaukee first. Even though the man personally ripped out my heart and started squeezing the juices into his mouth like the monster he is, I have a ton of respect for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Probably more than the average fan, as I do genuinely think his defensive impact still makes him the best player in the world. But speaking of defense, a lot of it was lost in the trade, as they gave away Jrue Holiday, a guy who is regarded as one of, if not the best perimeter defender in the entire NBA. There's not a lot of reasons why any team should even think of doing that. Unless that reason is Damian Lillard. Coming off a season averaging 32 points on 37% from 3 is something you don't just find floating around the league too often. But seriously, what's got me thinking with this duo is the potential pick and roll action we could be seeing from these two dudes. You switch, pick your poison. Both dudes are about to raw dog you on the switch. Try to fight over the screen while having the big drop. You're getting hit with that Giannis man screen and giving Dame all the space in the world to attack the open floor, collapse the defense, and kick it out to shooters like Brook Lopez or Khris Middelton. I know nobody would, but if you go under the screen, word on the street is that Damian Lillard is comfortable shooting from 30 feet out. Splash. So yeah, I think Dame's ability to score the ball at will might just make up for the points lost potentially on defense. Can we talk about this team in the fourth quarter? I mean, sure. I know some of you guys have that image of Giannis looking a bit frightened to have the ball at the end of the game in this last Miami Heat series. But Christ almighty, the man was hurt. How quickly the masses can forget about a dude who went off for 50 points in a game-clinching performance. And you want to talk to me about free throw shooting? Brother, he went 17 for 19 from the line. He had his Suns fans looking stupid counting down to his swishes. But that's just a third of the fourth quarter clutchness. While he's been gone for what seems like a few years from being the consistent bucket, there were actually conversations about Khris Middelton being the Batman and Giannis being the Robin, due to the fact that this man was so damn clutch. Being able to hit absurd contested shots right over defenders, over and over and over. It was an absolute momentum killer for teams that were so worried about the Giannis drive just to have a dagger go straight through their hearts with a Middelton midi. And then how on earth could we not acknowledge the king of the fourth quarter? A guy who hit a series-winning 3 on a contested 35-footer, leading to a man saying,
I don't care what anybody says, that's a bad shot.
He goes by Dame Time, Damian Lillard. What else is there to say? He's got 2 of the most optically pleasing, clutch playoff, go-ahead buckets in the history of the NBA. Being able to use this superpower on a team that can genuinely compete, and no, that 2019 Western Conference appearance does not count. That team didn't even slow down the overpowered KD and Steph Warriors, is going to be crucial in giving the Bucks another finals appearance at the very least. So how about my Phoenix Suns? Well, for starters, after this DeAndre Ayton trade, Devin Booker is the only Phoenix Sun left on the roster from that 2021 championship appearance squad. And in most cases, a team looking to contend probably wouldn't want to have that much turnover after 2 seasons. But I think we can make a few exceptions if it means pairing the soon-to-be 27-year-old Devin Booker with a top 15 all-time player in Kevin Durant and an insta-bucket in Bradley Beal. A team this top-heavy is probably expected to have a bunch of holes in their depth, right? Well, in Matt Ishbia, we trust, because the man was making moves like a U-Haul, acquiring more than serviceable pieces like Eric Gordon, Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Bol Bol, Yuta Watanabe, Drew Eubanks, Keita Bate-Diop, Nazir Little, all while keeping the uber impactful Josh Okogie and Damian Lee. While Dame and Giannis make themselves a pretty damn good case for the best duo in the league on paper, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant showed in these last playoffs that even with an injury-ridden roster, they still made their case as actually being the best duo, with Booker averaging himself a red-hot 34 points, 7 assists, and almost 5 rebounds a game during the playoffs. I think it's a good thing to remind everyone that most NBA players hit their peaks between 27 and 30, so I think he has the capability to go up even another level. Oh yeah, and that Kevin Durant guy, his playoff numbers consisted of a slight 29 points, 8.7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. And get this, I've already heard Suns fans complain about getting rid of Ayton, especially for someone like Yusuf Nurkic, but hear me out. Addition by subtraction. I don't love the pure talent swap for Nurkic over Ayton, but I do love the fact that we will no longer have a guy on the team who's okay quitting on his squad, laughing while getting killed, and watching Nikola Jokic do a tip drill in front of his face. It's more than the numbers, in my opinion. It's a culture thing at the end of the day. And while we did get to the finals with DA at the center position, it felt like the Suns organization as a whole was all the way done with Ayton and wanted to keep things civil until an opportunity such as the Dame trade presented itself to move on from him. So a veteran-heavy, ring-hungry team full of shooters led by Booker and Durant with Beal at the third option? Oh my, saying that out loud has my mouth salivating. I'm liking the Suns' chances of getting some wins this year. So how do these teams match up? Obviously, I'm getting so far ahead of myself, as injuries and trades can all play factors, but I think we match up interestingly. First and foremost, nobody on this damn planet can stop Giannis Antetokounmpo. But Frank Vogel has been known to lead some great defenses in the past. While Durant on Giannis sounds like a bad idea in terms of, one-to-one strength, I have faith that Vogel can scheme around the wall theory. We need to see what Dame and Giannis look like on offense first to get a good analysis, but I think we do have enough of a sample size to know what Dame will look like on defense. That's damn near a revolving door. There is potential that Phoenix can abuse the lack of defensive ability on Lillard's side to truly find some easy buckets for the big three. But like I said, too far ahead of myself, I know. We can do a deep dive on matchups when it gets closer to that time. What do you think, Dash and Hoopers? Can you see a world where these two teams match up in the finals? Are the Phoenix Suns better than the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets? Are the Milwaukee Bucks better than the stacked Boston Celtics? If you made it this far in the video, let me know by commenting below your prediction to this question. When this rematch does happen, who would you pick to win and in how many games? I personally got a lot of respect for Milwaukee, but I got Suns in 6. It's my turn. You said it was my turn.
My turn. You told me it was my turn.
Also, shameless plug, the first episode of the Bright Now podcast with me and my boy TJ is out now. Go check it out. And we'll probably be having an emergency podcast revealing all the details about the new trade and what we think can be happening for this upcoming season. But thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day.